All right, welcome to another episode of Soto Desperado Plays Ark Survival Ascended. We're going to have another episode. I'm over here in the north. I'm going to go get some oil because apparently the regular gas generator sucks up energy like crazy. You know, it's just absolutely insane. And it's just necessary. But, yeah, we're going to play some videos. I got some picked out. Here we go. Josh Piper, does everyone need a second job now? We need a miracle, brother.
About to go to the gym. It's hot out, man. It's probably the last weekend where it's still going to be hot here in Seattle.
Hot out a long time.
Does everyone need a second job? Is that what it's come to now? I looked up the data and only 5% of people, like 5.2% of people, I think, had a second job of people that are employed. That seems really low to me. If you guys are watching this, do you guys have a second job, right, or something you're doing on the side? I think most people do. 5% was surprisingly low to me. I thought it would have been much higher than that. Now that might mean 2 actual jobs, not like a side job and like something you just do on the weekends or something. It might mean like where you have 2 literal whatever you call it, W-2 jobs, or where you're officially on the government's taxation system, like twice. If you're just doing odd jobs or like carpentry on the side or dog watching or something, mowing people's lawns, something like that, that might not be accounted in their data. Probably isn't. But what do you guys, are you guys working more than one job? I would say that the true number is much higher than that. I don't think most people, if they just have one job anymore, are going to be able to really thrive in this world. They might be doing okay, might be able to pay for all their expenses, but if you're wanting to get ahead, the amount of people that make enough money on one job is a very small percentage of people. Even if it's 20% of people, 80% of people that work probably have to work somewhat of a second job, or at the very least are going to have to put in extra time to earn additional money. So seeing the number around 5% was pretty low in my opinion. I thought it was going to be a lot higher. They said during 2021, I think it got down to like 4.4%, so not a huge change. But now it's around 5.2 to like 5.3%. For the amount of people that have a second job. And I think that's kind of the new world we're living in now. I think you're going to have multiple streams of income if you want to be doing all right in this economy, right? Having one income is just, the income's just not enough to pay for everything and the rising costs of every expense in your life, right? I mean, whether it's housing's the most obvious one. But food prices, just your everyday expenses, like I say in all my videos. Food prices that have gone up over 100% in the last few years for many items. Energy prices for transportation, for fuel. Okay, just doing basic maintenance on your vehicle. That's a service-related expense, so that cost goes up. Nice. They have to pay, they have to pay for their place of business. Their employees have to get paid more money. So if you're not garnering your share of the pie, you're going to be left behind, right? Because if you're making roughly the same amount of money in an environment that's highly inflationary, you're just going to get left behind. And so that's why I think so many people are going to a second job or a second or third source of income. You have to. If you just have a standard job, if you go to your employer every year, you might be able to get like a 7 or 8% raise every year if you really fight for it. But most employers just aren't going to entertain that. They group you in with people that have been there, and you just get whatever you get. So again, if the real hurdle rate of what you need to just maintain your purchasing power is 7% a year, and you're only getting 2 or 3% per year, you're, like I've said in other videos, you're becoming poorer, right? Even though you're getting a nominal raise, maybe instead of making $5,000 a month, you're making $5,150. You're making $5,150 a month now
No.
after a year.
I'm on the wrong.
But that
bird.
money isn't. It's actually less money. It's more money nominally, meaning you get more pieces of paper, right? Instead of getting $5,000, you get $5,150. But those pieces of paper don't buy you as much because the prices of everything else in the economy have gone up by more than what your raise is. And that's why people are saying, okay, you know, I can't realistically think that my employer is going to give me a real inflation adjusted raise every year, because they just don't. It's not the world we live in. So they're having to find that extra income elsewhere. They're having to find that doing stuff on the side, or doing DoorDash, or doing Uber, or mowing people's lawns, or doing daycare, or doing dog sitting, doing all these odd jobs, washing people's cars, whatever, right? They're finding a way to make an extra couple $100, maybe an extra $1,000 a month, because they have to make that income somewhere, and their job isn't giving it to them because they're being inflated. The money that they're getting from their job is less than what they got last year, even though it's more money, because the rate at which things go up every year outpaces the rate at which you get a salary. So people are putting, maybe 5-10 hours a week into doing something on the side because they still want to maintain their purchasing power, but they can't do it through their job anymore, right? They have to do it external of their job. So 5% seems really low to me. I would say it's much higher than that. It might even be around 15-20% of people that just have normal jobs. They're doing something on the side, all right? Whether it's, cold calling for businesses, doing data entry, again, something service related where they're calling leads, maybe that filled out a form, doing something where they're making an extra couple $100 a week, an extra $1,000 a month because they have to. They want to maintain their purchasing power, and they can't do it through their traditional job because of inflation, right? Like I said, even though you get more money when you get a raise. All right, sorry, my video cut out. What I was saying is, if your rate of increase on your wages isn't more than inflation, you're going to be behind, right? So you have to find that income from somewhere else. You have to do a side job. You have to get more hours. You have to generate additional income to maintain your purchasing power. The purchasing power is just like, hey, I have a standard of paying my rent, eating a certain type of diet, okay, and having expenses related to insurance and clothes and transportation. And if I'm not getting enough money from my job to pay for all of the increasing expenses that I have, then I have to find that income elsewhere. And so people are doing that. They're having to work a second job, a third job, do something on the side. I think the number is much higher than 5%. I think it's probably around 20% of people. If you asked 5 people that are just working a normal job, if they did something on the side, whether it was eBay reselling, or Etsy, or DoorDash, or dog sitting, or something like that, side work, carpentry, mowing lawns, something similar to that, I would say 1 out of 5 people at least are doing something like that because they have to, right? If they just stick to one job, they're not going to have enough money to live their life. As I said, because things get more expensive, and the value that they get from their job, the money, is diminished, right? It doesn't go as far, so they have to find the extra dollars from a different job. Let me know what you think. Do you have a second job? Do you have a third job? Are you doing something on the side? I know the number is much higher than 5%, but let me know what you think. Subscribe for more. See you on the next one.
Yeah, he's right. The numbers are more than 5%. Most everybody has a side hustle, and they may not want to talk about it because they don't want their companies to find out. A company finds out that you're making money while you're working for them, or in addition to that, they're going to most likely let you go. They have always been cruel. Even when I was younger, I wanted to get a second job And some people, they go to a warehouse and they work there at that warehouse. You know what I mean? And then there's a warehouse across the parking lot, and they go put in hours over there. In some places, like Michigan, way back in the day, you were able to do that, but I was never able to do that. Every time I asked, it was no. Every time I asked, it was no. So the thing is, I was never very politically savvy. I was always very bad politically. So that's why I don't, I don't care about what they think or anything like that anymore. What I care about is getting that money. And I found a way to do it. The problem is, if I had started a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I would already be set. I already would have a basis, and I'd be fine. All my bills would be paid, in addition to debts like my guaranteed student loan would be paid by now, had I not fucked around and gotten too screwed up. But yeah. So I'm on the wrong bird for getting oil, and I forgot to switch out my bird. I'm on the bird that I use to tame shit and fight shit. Let's see. Hello, Piggy. That nut is too hard to crack. Oh. What are you doing there? There you go. Come get me now, you little shits. They want to come get me, but they can't. I need to get my stand back. Anyway, we're going to switch over to the next video. He's right. A lot of people, they're doing double dipping. They got to, because of the inflation. These people are purposely doing this to the economy. All this shit is set up. And that's why, if it was something that was like, it just happened, they would acknowledge the problem significantly, and they don't. They deny, diabetes and all these other problems people are having because of the food and the diet and the lifestyle and everything. They're also denying the double jobs. So let me go ahead and switch it. Yeah, I wanted to do that way back in the way. Work over here at this warehouse, walk across the street, and work at the other one, but not many people can do that. Now, proof people are running out of money. Frankly, I barely paid the rent today, so I'm out of money. I pretty much am out. I'm like $200, and we starve. So, I'm going to go ahead and Michael Bardenero. I haven't played one of his in a while.
I know some of you out there are missing the Florida videos, but I'll tell you what, you don't get views like this in Florida, I'm at the top of a mountain doing a video out here today, and you guys are just going to see some beautiful views along the way. And I know I show some beautiful things in Florida too. Both places, Florida and California, really have their own sort of natural beauty to showcase, and that's why I love being in both places. Don't worry guys, one day I will be back in Florida. I plan to return to Miami in the middle of November, so you guys will be seeing some Florida videos from me before you know it. Guys, one thing that's interesting is there was some new data that came out about consumer spending, and basically what it reveals is the fact that the only thing that's holding us back from a major recession is the shopping spree of Americans. People are out spending money that they don't have to buy things they probably don't need in many cases. Sometimes it is things they do need, getting further and further into debt, and that's what's driving our economy. And people are supposed to be happy that that's the case. People are supposed to be like, oh, how fantastic. We're having an increase in GDP. The GDP numbers are largely supported by consumer spending. And because that's up, that's a reflection that the economy is good. I beg to differ. I think that it's kind of pathetic that the only thing that's driving this economy are people that don't have any money buying things they can't afford. I mean, if that is the culmination of how great this country is right now, it's pathetic. In fact, consumer spending is rising faster than incomes, and that is a huge recipe for trouble, because we've seen all kinds of stores and restaurants offer up all these discounts lately. You know, you've seen in my fast food series of videos all these fast food restaurants coming back with $5 meal deals. You see a lot of retailers lowering the prices on thousands of items to try and lure customers back in because sales were slumping. And congratulations to all these companies, because their lures worked. It got people back in, and people have spent more money. In fact, consumer spending went up 0.4% in July when adjusted for inflation, and that's why we saw this GDP reading that everyone was celebrating. But right now, a lot of economists are actually predicting that consumer spending is going to slow down substantially, especially in the second half of 2024, largely due to the labor market conditions. You know, we have seen unemployment go up pretty substantially over the past year, and it's only just getting started, most likely. You're probably going to see this get much worse after the election, where layoffs continue to spike, and people are not going to be spending money if they don't have work. And what's worse is people's disposable income right now is actually going down, guys. And disposable income is money that's left over after paying all of your necessary expenses. So say you make, $2,000 a month and all your expenses are $1,800 a month. That $200 buffer is what they call your disposable income, okay? And in July, that disposable income rose only 0.1%, but spending went up 0.4%. So people are spending more than they make just to stay afloat right now, or sometimes just to buy things because they saw it on sale and it seemed like a good idea at the time. This is what I was talking about with the views. Check this out. Only way you're getting views like that in Miami is standing on top of a high-rise. And to make matters worse,
look at that. Ooh, look at that. Almost looks like Ark.
Only way you're getting views like that in Miami is standing on top of a high-rise. And to make matters worse, the personal savings rate also continues to decline. That just ticked down to 2.9%, and 1 year ago, the personal savings rate was 3.4%. I mean, this is all proof that people are literally running out of money, guys. Like, you can say that's a scare tactic headline or whatever, but it's not. It's just the data. The data shows us that this is what's happening right now. But the thing is, this can kind of only go on for so long. You can only have a situation happen where the prices continue to go up, the savings rate continues to go down, and the spending has to remain elevated because of inflation, and then you throw in unemployment into the mix. That's not going to lead to a good outcome in the end. Also, the other day we talked about how this is a global problem. Canada is seeing their personal debt levels go through the roof, just like here in the USA, and probably many other countries across the world are experiencing the same. And here's something really alarming, okay? They say the number of job postings is still above pre-pandemic levels, but listings are down 12% year over year in August, and that's according to Indeed. And the reason that's alarming is because we know a lot of these job listings are fake. So the job listings are going down percentage-wise, even though they are above pre-pandemic levels, okay? So what does that even mean? It just means that there's more fake listings out there than ever before. It doesn't mean that there's more jobs available, and I know this for a fact because we've reported on this in the past, and even you guys who have written me telling me how many hundreds of jobs that you've applied for and haven't gotten one. And there's no reason that a well-qualified person seeking a job who's applied for hundreds of jobs shouldn't have landed one already. This is ridiculous. So really, the entire fate of the future of our economy right now all hinges on how bad is unemployment going to get. Because if unemployment goes up, you're going to see consumers spend less than they're spending now. So that's going to hurt retail sales, all kinds of businesses across the board. It's also going to continue to hurt real estate sales and probably force more people to list their homes for sale because they likely won't be able to afford them anymore. So we have to really pay attention to where unemployment's going. And right now it's going nowhere but up. This is probably why the Fed has had this sudden interest in switching their goal on tackling the labor market and unemployment rather than inflation, because they know if unemployment continues to tick up, well, that's game over, guys. That'll be the official start of the next recession right there. Even a bunch of these economists are saying the U.S. economy should avoid recession as long as the labor market remains good and consumers continue to spend. So it all hinges on unemployment right now. How many people are going to lose jobs? And even if they don't lose jobs, are they going to be able to make enough money to keep up with the continued cost of living? That's really the other question too. In fact, retailers are warning that the U.S. economy is on the brink of a recession right now due to consumer spending, guys. So even though they saw this uptick in 0.4% in consumer spending in July, it really hasn't been enough to make a lot of these businesses celebrate and feel good about where things are going. This week, Dollar General had a really bad week. They had some big losses on their earnings. You've seen their stock price crumble. Lululemon is hurting right now. Abercrombie and Fitch, Ulta Beauty, they all made some comments recently about how the consumer spending has been going down for their businesses and it's hurting them. In fact, Dollar General stock just fell 32% over the past couple of days because of how bad their sales have been. Remember, Dollar General is a store that serves low-income customers for the most part, guys. Like, this is a place where people go that don't have a lot of money to buy things. And if they're not spending money there anymore, well, that means those people are probably running out of money. And you know what's selling the most at Dollar General right now? A basket of goods, about 2,000 items that are priced at or below $1 are their best sellers at Dollar General. So, the margins on these things must be razor thin too. So they're not making a lot of money when they're selling all this crap for $1. And the CEO of Dollar General says that all of this points to the fact that we are seeing a more cash-strapped consumer than we actually saw in the first quarter of this year, which implies that things are continuing to get worse, guys. It kind of just keeps getting worse little by little, but then over time, it adds up to a lot. One retail analyst said that consumer spending is essentially in line and in some categories below the rates of inflation. So that means that even though the numbers may be positive, the consumer is really, really softening. Sounds like what we've been talking about here on the channel for quite some time. We're seeing data like sales at clothing stores going down by 0.1% monthly, department stores seeing their sales fall by 0.2% monthly. Walmart has been doing pretty good lately though, and they are kind of considered a value retailer. They pride themselves on trying to have the lowest prices available anywhere, but they're probably sucking up all of the business that Dollar General and a lot of these other stores are losing right now because of the variety of products they offer. They also sell some things in bulk, which makes it easier to save a little bit of money on those things. And when you can't get that at a store like Dollar General, people are naturally going to be looking for the best value they can get and the most bang for their buck right now. So what all of this means is that people's spending habits are the only thing that's standing in between us and a recession right now. Now, I believe that the recession began, 2 years ago, but it's been covered up by a lot of the stimulus programs that have been in place and that were extended even after the pandemic. So it hasn't been as readily visible as it's becoming now. And it's funny because they just keep writing these stories about how, despite all these concerns with the economy and a possible recession, the consumer spending just continues to rise. And they say nothing to worry about, the economy's looking fine, everything's in great shape, especially with this latest GDP reading that we've got. But no mention from any of these people. We're talking Harvard business experts, big prominent economists. Nobody mentions or nobody talks about the fact that just maybe these consumer spending figures and GDP figures are up because inflation is up. We just got the most recent employment data on Thursday, and unemployment claims came in at 231,000 for the week ending August 24th and have hung around 230,000 for the entire month. At the beginning of the year, it was around 200,000. So more and more people are filing for unemployment, guys. And we've seen it in how the unemployment rate has shot up. So I think a lot of these guys, a lot of these economists, a lot of people that are, being paid a lot of money to kind of prop up the economy and tell feel-good stories are glossing over all of this on purpose. While that might not come as a surprise to many of you who watch my channel, sometimes there's new people here that maybe this is the first time you're seeing one of my videos and the first time you're hearing information like this, so I have to put that out there. People are a lot more fearful of losing their job right now when you're starting to see more and more people that lose their jobs, and you see a lot of companies that seem to be invincible over the past 4 years or so start to lay people off. It makes people start to feel insecure. It makes people start to wonder what's going to happen. And even if they are still doing well, even if you do still have your job, it can lead to people spending less money out of caution, right? That's the other part of the story. You have two sets of people. You have people that are broke, that just can't continue to spend or are spending on debt, and people that do have the money to spend but are cutting back on purpose, trying to see what's going to happen next. And it's kind of funny that a lot of people still think that this upcoming Fed rate cut in September is somehow going to turn this situation around. History tells us that every time there's a rate cut, unemployment starts going up even more. Okay, so this upcoming rate cut could just be the catalyst for things just getting worse than they are now. And I would really pay attention to this next rate cut. Are they going to cut by, a quarter point? Are they going to cut by a half a point? That will say a lot about where they think things are right now. If they cut by a quarter point, then they probably think that, well, we almost got inflation tackled, but we're a little bit worried about unemployment. If they cut by half a point, that's probably like, ooh, things are kind of deteriorating faster than we thought. I think we need to start lowering rates kind of quicker than we initially realized.
I don't know how that bird got down here. Somebody must have lured it down here. Whoa.
So I don't think it's really a question of if things are going to get worse from here. They definitely will. The question is more like how fast, because one thing that I was wrong about and a lot of other people that talk about this stuff on YouTube were wrong about is just the timing of all of this. How fast are we going to slide into this economic downturn? How fast are we going to see home prices come down? And it's definitely been slower than all of us thought. And that's just because of the sheer amount of money that was pumped into the system, the sheer amount of stimulus programs that are still helping people today buy homes, still helping people not pay their bills, and things like that exist, helping things look better than they really are. I even talked about in my last fast food video, how Starbucks and McDonald's are really hurting, right? They're, seeing their sales go down. They're having to do all of these promotions to get people in through the door. And in that story, I talked about how Shake Shack was one of the fast food restaurants that's like, yep, everything's all good with us. We don't have to do any $5 meal deals or any promotions, nothing like that. Things are going great. Well, I guess just about a month later, things aren't going as great as Shake Shack hoped. In fact, they are closing down some stores now. Here in California alone, they're closing down 6 stores, which is resulting in 138 people losing their jobs. And you can say, well, 138 people losing their jobs isn't that much, and it isn't. They'll probably find other jobs. But this is coming from a company that just a month ago said everything was fine, guys. But if everything's fine, shouldn't they be expanding and opening new locations instead of closing them? The company says they still have plans to open new locations this year, but simultaneously they're now closing these underperforming locations, just like Target, which is just another way of saying there's too much crime in this area, so we need to shut down. The thing that was a dead giveaway for that is because one of the stores is in Oakland, California. So surprise, surprise, that place is going to be just an empty shell in a couple of years from now when every single business completely leaves. And the Bay Area just continues to get slammed with these layoffs, guys. Shake Shack is one of them. Apple just had layoffs. Scale AI, Brave, BioMarin, Gentech, all these companies just had layoffs right here in the Bay Area. Now, one thing a lot of people are upset about is grocery prices. You even have Kamala Harris out there, saying how she's going to put all of these price gouging measures in effect if she gets elected. And, all these greedy grocery stores aren't going to be able to price gouge people anymore, as if that's what's really going on. Well, it's not what's going on, because there was a recent interview with the CEO of the National Grocers Association that's explaining what's going on right now with grocery prices and why things are so high. So in 2023, he was showing how a bunch of different members of the National Grocers Association realized a net profit margin of 1.4% on their items sold. So this is obviously a very small profit margin, and just like every other business, they're dealing with inflationary pressures, and they have to pay more for items. They have to pay people more to work at these stores. It's not like, the grocery stores are immune from paying higher wages or paying higher wholesale prices for the products that they buy. No. He actually explained in his interview that the labor is a huge component of this. Grocery stores have seen significant wage increases since before the pandemic, but also have seen enormous increases in commodity prices, and while those have come down a bit, they are absolutely elevated. So when you combine the fact that grocery stores have to pay more for the groceries themselves and pay people more who work at these stores, it's not a big surprise that they have to raise prices, guys. Would you rather have a grocery store raise prices or go out of business? If I'm trying to decide that for my neighborhood every single time, I'm going to pick higher prices, because I'd rather still have that grocery store there and available for me to purchase items than have it disappear and have to drive miles and miles away to somewhere else. And that's what people who get all jazzed up about this situation with putting price gouging laws in effect for grocery stores, they don't understand that this is just going to hurt the amount of available grocery store options in your area. It's going to be something that's very difficult to enforce. It's going to be something that ultimately could put a lot of grocery stores out of business, making grocery stores less competitive and making it able for them to raise prices even further. And this just kind of proves my point with what I said before about the people who run this country, the people who are in charge of the economy, actually don't really know much of anything about how things work, guys. Otherwise, you wouldn't be putting forth measures like trying to stop grocery stores from price gouging, as if that's the problem right now. When was the last time you went to the grocery store and saw an item double or triple in price overnight? It probably hasn't happened. Has it gone up a lot since the pandemic? Of course. But it's not like it's fluctuating like crazy every single time. And that's why this whole dynamic pricing thing that I mentioned the other day, if more and more stores continue to adopt those digital price tags, then that could be a way for them to start abusing this in the future. So all these accusations of grocery stores, price gouging people, has no basis in fact. It's just a political angle that is being used to get people, excited about the election, essentially. Say, hey, vote for me. Nobody wants to pay higher prices at the grocery store, but think about it. These guys are making 1.4% net profit margin on average. That's extremely low, guys. Imagine if you had a business and that's all you were making. Say you have to pay $100 for an item, and then you turn around and sell that item for $101.04. Are you getting rich off of that? No, absolutely not. But that's the kind of profit margins that these grocery stores are facing. And I'm not saying, let's all feel bad for the grocery stores. I'm just saying that there's a lot of distractions out there right now because of the upcoming election that kind of makes people take their eye off the ball. Like, if you really want an enemy, I will be looking at, all of these Wall Street companies that buy up American houses. If you really want an enemy, put your focus on our politicians that aren't passing laws and things that we need done to stop millions of people pouring into this country, okay, and driving up the price of everything. If you want to be upset with these states that are giving illegal immigrants $150,000 to buy a house for free. Be upset with those kind of things. So anyways, I don't think it's a good thing that our entire economy is resting on people continuing to spend more and more money they don't have, guys, because ultimately that business model is going to fail, just like so many others are right now. But who knows what could happen? Maybe they'll come out with a new stimulus plan and bail everyone out of all of their debts, whether it's mortgage debt, student loan debt, credit card debt, personal loan debt. It'll all be forgiven, and then 10 generations in the future will be paying for it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you don't want to wait for my next video to come out, check out this one on the screen right over here, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, I mean, excuse me, the government's in denial, man. Everybody who has common sense and eyes in their head knows that they're full of shit. They're lying to us. But the thing is, what are you going to do? Go say, no, you shouldn't lie to us? The media's in on it. Everybody's in on it. And they're desperate to maintain control of the empire. And they would rather destroy the empire than fix the problems, because for them, destruction and creation are the same thing. If they destroy the old empire slowly and painfully, they can create a new empire. You know? And I think that's what's really going on. But, you know, what do I know? I'm just some dude on the internet. What the fuck do I know? You know? Michael's always got some good insights, especially with properties. Even people with good jobs are quitting. Things are getting scary. This was 2 weeks ago.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rashad back with another video. Even people with good jobs are leaving their job. I recently came across a couple videos about these dudes. They were talking about, you know, one, I think he was preparing to leave his job, and the other one had already left. Now, one of them, you guys that may have seen this video, is pretty viral. It got like over 10 million views, or even maybe more than that. It's this MIT graduate, and he talks about how he used to work in the medical field and how he quit his job, you know, because he started to learn that majority of people are sick because they're working. Majority of people are sick because they don't have time. Majority of people are sick because they're stressed, right? And you notice that the majority of people, you know what I'm saying, that would recover, he noticed certain, you know, things about their lifestyle, like they would eat healthier, they wouldn't smoke, or they wouldn't do alcohol, this, that, and the third. And he came to a realization that he's working for a corrupt organization, an organization that benefits off of sickness. You got to understand, hospitals benefit off of sickness. They don't benefit off of healing. They don't benefit off of the healthy. They benefit off of the sick. And not only these hospitals, the pharmaceuticals. You know what I'm saying? It gets deep, right? So he started to realize, like, damn, my job is basically to pacify these patients, give them a little fix, give them a little something that may temporarily make them feel a little better. But it's really not going to help them. It's really not going to heal them. See, a doctor is supposed to be a healer, right? Not a helper. You know what I'm saying? We just wanted to look for something that'll help us. We can do that on our own. We can do our own research. You know what I'm saying? You go to a doctor because you want to heal the problem, right? And he was realizing that he's not able to do that in his field, right? Because if a patient comes and they're having stomach pains, he could tell them you're probably having stomach pains because of the food you're eating. He could tell them that it's probably some natural herbs and you may need to fast. And you know what I'm saying? It's natural ways to heal. But he realized the hospital not going to benefit from those natural ways. The hospital not going to benefit if you go get you some herbs, or if you go change your lifestyle, if you go change your diet. Not only is the hospital not going to benefit, all these restaurants are not going to benefit. Because now you have less people out spending money at restaurants because they're eating their own food, so they're eating a certain diet. So once he started to realize that, he got very sad. He got very depressed. He gained weight because he realized that he's basically a puppet being used to pacify the people. He's pretty much a part of the corruption, right? And that ate at his spirit. This showed that, you know, he still had a soul. You know, a lot of people in the medical field, they're numb. They've damn near lost their soul. You know what I'm saying? They see people die every day. So it's like death is almost nothing to them. They become morbid. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell this dude, he's one of those dudes who, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I guess he cares about people other than himself. And it ate too much at his spirit to continuously have to lie to people or continuously have to sell people short when they're coming to you for help. When they're putting their faith in you to help them. Hey. Rain wants to say hi. Say hi. But when they coming to you to help you, when they're coming to him to help them, and all he can do is prescribe them some pharmaceuticals. You know, maybe this will make you feel better. Maybe. You ever go to a doctor and they hit you with that maybe? Like, maybe. Here, try this for a couple of weeks and we'll schedule you an appointment. And if that doesn't help, we'll go from there. If that doesn't help, we'll go from there. And then and then insurance is getting more and more expensive. Health insurance. We paying all this health insurance for a fucking maybe, bro? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. We paying all this money in health insurance for a maybe. It's corrupt, bruh. It's corrupt, bruh. I know the blinds in the back. I know they kind of fucked up. This damn cat be in the window and shit, fucking up the blinds. So now we got to replace those. But you know, I was like, hey, well, I'm trying not to even get that in the background. But anyway, he started to realize that he's a part of the corruption, bruh. So he said, I'm gonna exit stage 11. I don't want to be a part of this. Came across another video as a younger dude. Just got out of college, this, that, and the third. Working for a tech company. And he started to see how you got to sell your soul to these jobs, bruh. You got to give everything you have to these jobs. And then where his epiphany came in is when he realized that out of the whole year, he only gets 2 weeks of vacation time. And he's required to work 5 days a week, year round. Yeah. And the only break he gets, the only paid break he gets, right? Because there's other ways you can get off, but you're probably not going to get paid for that. The only way he can get paid, a paid vacation, he only gets 2 weeks out of the whole year. Now, I've been complaining about vacation time, even with the job that I have right now. You know, it's not some tech company, but we don't get no vacation time for real. You work the whole year to get basically like 3 days off. That's ridiculous. You work for real. People that work at Amazon know, bro, that damn vacation time adds up so damn slow, bro. I'm looking at it like, bro, I've been working here since November, bro.
No, I'm sorry.
Basically since December of last year.
Always comes over here.
And all I have is 16 hours of vacation time, bro. 16 hours, bro. That's just 1 day, bro. That's just 1 day of vacation, bro. And then all I have left is 4 hours, bro. What the fuck am I going to do with that, bro? Survive. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that,
Survive.
Bro?
That's it.
You know? But it's not just Amazon. It's not just the niggas at the bottom. It's niggas at tech companies talking about they ain't getting no damn vacation time. These companies want them here year-round slaving with no break. And you know how these people that own these companies live? You know how they living? You think they slaving? Hell no. You think they overworking? Hell no. And a lot of people are starting to realize, like, damn, I'm going the extra miles for these companies that don't give a damn about me. That I'm going the extra mile for these companies that treat me like a robot, right? That just give me assignments, and don't factor in the human aspect of things. You know, like, damn, give me a second to process the first assignment you just gave me. Now, you already done gave me 3 more. I'm still trying to finish the first assignment. Like, these niggas is ruthless. They don't care. They just need the work to get done by hook or by crook. By hook or by crook, they need the work to get done so they can continue to get their money, so they can continue to go golf and go fishing and ride their private jets and this, that, and the third. And the working people are getting tired of this, bro. Because we should be compensated more. We should be compensated. We should be able to get houses, bro. We should be able to afford food. We should be able to afford a nice lifestyle, bro. Why are people going to college getting degrees and are struggling, bro? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Imagine paying out the ass to go to college, struggling for 4, 6, 8 years, bro. Just to get out into the workforce and be stressed the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Get shitty benefits. No vacation time. You gotta work 10, 15 years just to get a decent amount of vacation time, just to get a decent amount of benefits. People are tired of this shit, bro. People are tired, bro. And there's certain people, man, especially like a lot of these people that come from families where their parents may have had money, this, that, and the third. They don't got that drive for this shit no more, bro. You feel me? And their parents are looking at them like they're lazy, like they don't want to go hard, this, that, and the third. And what they're saying is the same thing I'm saying, bruh. You were rewarded in your day for going hard. Back in the day, if you worked hard, you would be rewarded. You would earn money. You would be able to get somewhere to live. You'll be able to live okay, right? If you worked hard, if you went to school, got you a good job, you were able to do okay. You were able to get a house, live a good life. The white picket fence, American dream.
Ooh, that's good.
Nowadays, you can't do that, bro. These niggas going to college, bro, get them a good job, good degree, this, that, and the third. Can't get approved for a house, bro. Can't get accepted into certain apartments, bro. You know what I'm saying? They asking for 2 times the amount of the rent, or 3 months of rent up front, 3 months of the mortgage up front. Down payment out the ass. But the older generation just says we're lazy. We need to work harder. Yeah. We need to suck it up. It was harder back in my day. This, that, and the third.
Well, it
Bruh,
was.
Open your fucking eyes, bro.
It was harder.
Shit ain't too much easier for us either, bro. I'm tired of y'all discrediting our generation like we don't go through shit, bro. Y'all inconsiderate as fuck, bro. No, this shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. Think about that, bro. A MIT graduate.
Yeah.
Who was a doctor. Making good money. Said, fuck this shit, bro. He said he felt like if he kept working that job, he was gonna die. And that shit hit so home. That shit hit so close to home, bro. Cause that's the same situation my dad was in, bro. He wasn't no doctor, but he had a good job, making over 6 figures, this, that, and the third. And his thinking was, man, if I keep working this job, bro, in this environment where I'm not happy, where I feel stressed, right, I think it's going to take some years off of my life. I'd rather be somewhere with less money, around family,
yeah,
right, where I can have some more peace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some people may look at my dad like he crazy, like he lazy, like whatever, for putting his health and his family first. But it's a whole MIT graduate, bruh.
Yeah.
Who did the same fucking thing. So it ain't a my dad problem. It's a problem with the damn world, bruh. There's a lot of people out here like my dad, growing old. You know, losing their youth, and they like, man, I want to. He like, man, I want to see my I want to be around to see my daughter graduate, bro. He tells me all the time, I want to be around to see you get your life together. I want to be around to see you happy and with a girl and got your own shit. I want to live to see that, bro. I don't want to die and not see that, bro. I want to live to see, you know, my sister was in California and New York and this, that, and the third. I want to live to see y'all doing good. And if I keep working this damn job, I don't know if I'll be able to. Real talk. It ain't just, you know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing it's not just some of these people, they're lazy, they're this, that, and the third. The workforce is screwed, bro. My dad was a hard worker, a passionate worker, man. I used to work with him, so I know. Not perfect. I'm not going to sit here and say my dad was the best worker of all time, the GOAT of workers. But he was a passionate worker. He cared about his job. He cared about doing his job and doing his job the right way, bro. He took his job very, very serious, bro. And that was almost to a detriment, bro. Because he would get real, I guess, emotional and offended by certain shit that'll happen in the workforce. Because he'll feel like, how dare y'all treat me like this when I'm giving my all to this job, bro. And my dad would give his all to job. I remember one time, bro, at the hospital, bro, they was having issues. And motherfuckers was trying to sabotage and get them shut down, this, down, the third. Bro, my dad usually gets off of work around like 2, 3 o'clock. He'd go in at 6, get off around like 2, 3 o'clock. That nigga was in there till midnight, bro. Till midnight, bro. Making sure shit was getting done the way it needed to get done so he wouldn't lose his fucking job, bro. You know what I'm saying? The extra mile. If he gotta go the extra mile, he will. If he gotta go get his hands dirty and do the work his damn self like he had to do, he'll go do it his damn self. We so understaffed, we don't got nobody to do this. Fuck it. I used to do this back in the day. My dad, the very thing that my dad, he used to be the manager over the sterile processing department. Right? Same shit all them motherfuckers doing. My dad knows how to do all that shit. So push come to shove, nigga, it could be no workers in there. My dad knew how to go in there and get shit in motion. Right? That's why he was so valuable at that job, because he knew the ins and outs of the whole department. Right? He's not the smartest person in the world, this, that, and the third, but he was the expert at that shit. If you ask my dad anything about sterile processing, he can break that shit down to the fucking T. Because he did it. He did it for years. He did it working for some of the best doctors in Chicago. And he got some of the best doctors in Chicago that will vouch for his work ethic. Right? So anybody acting like my father is lazy and just don't want to work, you can kiss ass, bro. You can kiss ass, because I watched this nigga grind.
That shit about it.
I was there. Y'all niggas just he say, she say, trying to find out from this all the gossip. No, I was there, nigga. That's my daddy. I know the type of work ethic that nigga has. I know when shit was crumbling, shit was hitting the fan, he still got his ass up and went to work, bruh. I know when his mama died, bruh. And I sat there and I cried with him, bruh. He got up the next fucking week and went to work. He ain't take a month off to grieve. He said he went back to work, bruh. And there was people at the job saying, why you come back so soon? He said, man, I got bills to pay. I can't just take a month off. My daughter going to school. My son trying to go to school. My daughter's trying to go to school, and my son. We got bills to pay, bruh. He was at work. It was either a week or like 2 weeks after my grandma had passed. His mom. He had to suck that shit up and go to fucking work. That's a man, bro. That's a man. Fuck what anybody talking about. I'm bad. The video cut out. I had to clear out some storage. I've been making a bunch of videos lately, so I guess that shit got my storage all fucked up. But yeah, man, anybody trying to, I kind of got a little passionate with that, bro, because man, that shit, that's a personal topic, bro. Like it literally like irritated me to just, I don't know, that shit don't even need to be spoken on. But what I'm saying, certain people just trying to act like, just certain people just being disingenuous, bro. You know what I'm saying, trying to act like a nigga don't work hard, bro. Trying to throw dirt on the nigga name, bro. I hate people that do that, bro. When a nigga been busting his ass his whole fucking life. Now he get to a point in his life where he getting older, he got health issues, and he want to be there for his family. And people got shit to say, bro. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, bro. Because I was there. Y'all niggas wasn't there. I was there, bro. I know the type of man he is. Not perfect. Not perfect. But someone who don't want to work, someone who's lazy, fuck out of here with that. Fuck out of here with that, bro. But yeah, man. It's a lot of people not trying to work, bro. There's a lot of people leaving good, high-paying jobs, bro. Because the lemon is not worth the squeeze. I gotta go feed this cat, bro. That's why he tripping right now. But the lemon is not worth the squeeze at a lot of these jobs, bro. My solution, man, is find you a job that you enjoy doing, bro. Real talk. A lot of people, you go to college and you get these degrees, this, that, and the third, to get a high-paying job. Not a job that you want. And this is the epiphany a lot of these niggas are hit with when you're in some fucking office at some fucking cubicle.
It's gonna probably
you're making 6 figures. But you're at this cubicle and you got to be at this cubicle every fucking day for 8 to 10 hours. In a fucking cubicle, bro. I couldn't. I couldn't just be sitting at a fucking desk all day, bro. Like, I see why a lot of y'all is crashing out, bro. I couldn't do it my damn self. Hell no. Hell no. I ain't gonna say I couldn't do it, but bro, that shit definitely wouldn't be for me. I'd definitely be hating every second of it if I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? So what is the solution, bro? Because we got a workforce where the people at the bottom aren't being compensated. The people in the middle aren't being compensated. And even the people at the top aren't being compensated. Nah, I ain't on a damn dirty shirt. I'm going to have to change my shirt before this video. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. You feel me? If y'all want to judge me for a goddamn whatever, y'all can kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? But we raw and uncut. But yeah, man, like, jobs aren't the way they should be, bro. Like I said, they got people working too many hours, so nobody has time or energy to invest in any side hobbies. You know, the only way you got to live an unhealthy ass lifestyle. You got to work 10 hours and then work another 4 to 5 to 6 hours on your business. It's only 24 hours in a day, bro. You know, you sleep for at least 6 to 8 of them if you're getting good sleep. A lot of people not even getting that. So you got the majority of people not getting sleep. Majority of people don't have time. Hey, chill, bro. I got you. God damn. Rain, I promise I'm gonna feed you, bro. Just give me like 2 minutes, bro. I got you. But, bro, just bear with the cat.
I thought it was one of my babies.
You know, the only solution, man, is to just try to find something that you enjoy, bro. You know what I'm saying? That you enjoy. It may not pay as much as certain jobs, but do you enjoy it? You know, is it enough where you can sustain yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And I know it's not too many jobs out there like that, bro, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? So really the unfortunate and the harsh answer that I have to give y'all is there is no way out. There is no escape.
No.
Some people be like, oh, America's falling. Time to leave. Go where? Where are you finna go? Where are you finna go, bro? This is quote-unquote the best country in the world. If the quote-unquote best country in the world is falling, where are you gonna go where it's gonna be too much better, bro?
I don't believe
I think our best bet is to stay here and, hey, go down with the ship, bro. The fuck? What else we gonna do? What else we gonna do? Jump ship? Try to swim to another island? Try to swim to another ship? Niggas gonna be trying to jump ship while they on the while they swimming to the other ship. They gonna get hit by a shark, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the grass ain't greener over there. The grass is not green over there, bro. So my thing is, we just gotta endure this shit, bro. You know? Yeah, we can complain. We can try to make change. The people do have the power, even though they don't realize it. They give all the power to the government. They give all the power to the politicians. But the power is in the people. You know? If the people chose, bro. And maybe we're getting close to that point. But if the people just chose one day to be like, man, fuck these dickheads, bro.
Oh,
I'm in here making $22 an hour. When really,
Christ, those people
the work that I'm doing, the amount of
Jesus Christ, they will fucking
okay,
slaughter all of you. They don't
the
give
amount
a shit.
of boxes and you know what I'm saying, just the amount of production that I'm doing is worth like $100 an hour, bro. A lot of y'all at y'all jobs, bro, y'all getting shorted, bro. Y'all are getting shorted. You know what I'm saying? That's funny. My little sister just texted me, hey, don't forget to feed the cat. While the cat's over here crying because I ain't fed him. I promise I'm finna feed him after this video, bro.
Ascended too soon.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Rain. I was supposed to feed him this morning, bro. But, I mean, it's still the morning. It's like 11 o'clock. Not that late. But, Yeah, man. I feel like we may hit that point, bruh. You know, we may hit that point where people finally start to realize, like, bro, we're better off just letting this shit crumble. You know, we're better off just putting our resources together. Like, imagine if the people just striked for a month, bro. Like, a lot of times people go on strike for like a week or 2 weeks, bro. Like, imagine if we really applied pressure to these niggas and went on a full-fledged strike for a month, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we just relied on each other for whatever we needed. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if the people thought like that. See, that's why I don't take a lot of you people serious. Because that same energy y'all put into these politicians, if we put into ourselves as a community, as people, where we have all the power, right?
You're full of shit. I'm going to tell you why.
That's how you change things.
You stop this.
By coming at their pockets, bruh. They not.
This guy is idealistic right now. He's being idealistic. And a lot of us, when we're young, we think that way as well. We think that, power to the people. All we have to do is storm the Bastille. Okay, the people in charge of the government are soulless trash. Most of them are some of the most intelligent and evil people on the planet. They have everybody and everything under control. All your businesses are under control. Your psychology was put under control through education. They have control of the markets. They have control of everything. The wrong person thinks you're a problem. One phone call will take care of that problem. Do you understand? One piece of paperwork written by a judge, one investigation that's, supposedly finds all these problems, and like hundreds of thousands of dollars of fees, and you're out. You're broke. You're gone. All right? You make any mistake on your taxes, God help you. God help you. He's talking people being smart enough to come together and agree that this is all bullshit. But the people he's talking about that are going out there to the parades and the primaries for the presidency, for example, all those people who are following Trump, all those people who are following Kamala, they're NPCs, man. They stopped being people a long time ago. They believe in the system. They believe that they can vote their way out of the crap that's happening out there. Trump, if he gets in, is probably going to die. Look at what they did to JFK. And there were other assassination attempts. I think they tried to assassinate Ronald Reagan, too. I'm not sure if they did. I think they did. I think they shot at him or something. But the point is that, these people are in control of the planet. They're in control of your military. If a general gave an order and said, okay, the city of San Antonio is compromised, they're all terrorists, execute with extreme prejudice, they'll kill San Antonio. They'll kill this city. I don't care how many people are here. I don't care if there's military bases here, and there are several. They'll bomb this fucking place. They'll destroy it. They don't give a shit. A shits. Because he's there to get paid to follow the orders of the executive branch. If Trump and his VP are taken out of the way, there's a role of succession. And I bet you if there was ever an Antichrist, he would be further down the role of succession. And that's probably what's going to happen in this country. Unless a miracle happens and, something like Jay Essex does what he says he's going to do and we get that. But I don't know for sure. I have no clue. All I can say is that I know better than to have any kind of wishful thinking pertaining to this country anymore. This country is compromised, not by illegals, not by inflation, not by all these crimes and things that are happening out there in the world. Crimes are going to happen regardless. What's compromise this world is people have just become soulless NPCs and they don't care. Okay? Just a bunch of NPCs. There's no soul to save there. There's nothing there. That's why I got out of the idea of a ministry, and I just said, fuck it. Just take care of my cats and myself. And I'm glad I did, because I'm barely making it. I literally am $200 away from not being able to pay for electricity, food, right? Guaranteed student loan bill. That's going to be due. A lot of money's going out the window. And I'm cutting back. I'm trying to cut back however I can. I'm using every coupon I can fucking get, right? Over there at HEB. So, yeah, guys, I'm getting the bare necessities. But I'm still going to invest and still try to grow my money, because I know I can do it. I know I can do it. I tested it out. I know I can do it. As long as I can get in, because the other brokerage I wanted to join will not give accounts to Americans. They will not do it. And I got pissed off, and I couldn't find a way around. So I gave up on it, but I'm back, because I did find one that will give me a broker, an account. And they don't have a good reputation, but if I can get started there and maybe accomplish some serious goals, maybe we'll be okay. I just hope they don't say, well, you have to have a minimum of $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000, because I just don't have that. I used to have $4,000 saved for a house, and then that didn't work through. But that went to the courts. They drained me dry, and that's what that court is. A court is a commercial court. They are all commercial courts out of Rome, and the world is controlled by business. Business controls the world. Business, corporate policy, rules and regulations. Government is there to facilitate business. So if the business comes in and says, we have all these loans on default, those are done in the morning, and they get them out of the way, and the judge just signs off on them to go ahead and foreclose on those houses or whatever the loan is for. That's the way it is. It's cruel. He's being idealistic. He's being emotional. He's not thinking, and he doesn't have the experience necessary to come to the conclusion I just gave you. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He does the right thing. He believes in the right thing. But when it comes to this rebellion shit, it's not going to fly. The military will stop you if the cops can't stop you. If you go out there and you say, we're not going to go back to work, we're not going to do this, we're just going to walk into the store and everybody's going to take whatever they need. The stores will be barren within a few weeks. All the stores will be barren. People will be starving. There won't be any transportation to transport goods, and the military will step in and make mandatory curfews. They will put a military person or personnel on every fucking street corner if that's what it takes to maintain control. And they have their own resources to pull from. They can take, with executive orders, they can take any civilian resource. It doesn't matter what business owns it. They can just take it. It could be private ownership, they'll take it. They need your house, they take it. They kick you out, they kick your kids out, and they take it. I mean, these people are absolutely prepared for war. And the first thing he wants to do is go start a war with them. And that's what that is. Okay? The only way to win is to get the money you need, the resources you need to take care of you and your own. And everybody's in it for themselves. I'm lucky I got the insights and the training that I did. I just wish I had applied it 2-3 years ago. I mean, honestly, I wish I had. Because I would be good by now. But the spirits that are watching me and putting demons in me at their fucking convenience are not going to let me accumulate any wealth easily. But they've been mostly suppressed. The people who are doing this shit, from what I gather, are people who are left over. They're in the background. They're, clones, simulations, or whatever you want to call them. They're just the minions of the ones that are already been taken care of. So supposedly we're just dealing with the shit that the minions do, and they're frenzied right now, going crazy, trying to destroy everything as much as they can, trying to come up with a new world order empire, which is an old agenda that nobody fucking wants in the first place. So yeah, I most definitely disagree with him on that point.
Not gonna care until their pockets is affected. Yeah, we can be complaining. As long as your bitch ass go to work, they don't care. But if we complaining, but we not going to work, and they losing money, and their business is suffering, okay, now they gonna compromise with the people. Now they gonna come to some sort of mutual agreement with the people. Now they gonna give the people what they want, because the people have the power. We the ones working. We the ones putting this shit together. We the ones at the hospitals. We the ones at the railroad station. We the ones at the train station. We the ones making sure y'all little matrix stay together. But man, let me go feed this cat, bro. This down meowing. It's hurting my soul, bro, because it's making me feel guilty for not feeding his ass. It's like a little baby. So man,
he's a baby. He's asking you for fucking food, man. Jesus.
A lot of people are leaving their jobs, bro. Even good jobs, bro. Even good jobs, people are leaving, bro, because it ain't worth it to a lot of people.
Baby.
It's stressing them out. Frank! Bro, what are you doing? He gets pretty frantic when he's hungry. You know, a lot of people are just seeing it's just not worth it, bro. It's just not worth it. The benefits, the vacation time, you know, the days off. I don't even think people should work 5 days a week, bro. I'm all for the 3-day work week, bro. You know what I'm saying? With optional, keyword, optional overtime, not mandatory. Not mandatory, optional. If you want to make some extra money, here's some overtime for you. Mandatory overtime should be illegal. Illegal. How do I sign up to work these days and then you tell me you have to be there these days that I didn't apply for? What if I'm in college and I got school that day, and I particularly picked this schedule to have that fucking day off, and you're gonna tell me I gotta work that day, and if I don't go to work I gotta use my time? Fuck out of here. Yeah. Fuck out of here.
I have to do that, but you know,
that's absolutely fucking ridiculous. But I feel like from the top to bottom, this shit is screwed, man. Like, the wages are screwed. We should be getting paid more. If everything is going up, if NBA players, look, pay attention to the people who are getting raises. NBA players, NFL players. Why is all the rich getting raises while everything goes up, but the poor is not? Why are we still getting 20 an hour? Bro, with this economy, shit, we should be getting 30, 40 an hour. Fuck you talking about? We should be making enough to where we can live okay, bruh. But we should be okay, bruh. But these pendecos at the top, they want to see the people at the bottom
They're just a bunch of minions.
Barely getting by.
Just a bunch of assholes.
While they live comfortable. Selfish. But majority of people at the top, they got to the top because they were selfish. They said, fuck them people. Fuck what they think, fuck what they doing, I'm doing this. And they kept that mentality all the way to the top. And they not changing. And can you really blame them? I mean, if I was at the top, I wouldn't act like that, you know, because I'm a genuine nigga. But shit, can you blame them? They're like, man, I ain't finna jeopardize my business. I ain't finna jeopardize my money for these people who ain't never did shit for me. That's how they look at us. You know? When not all people are bad. The majority of people are, you know, ain't worth a damn. But not everybody, bruh. Not everybody. But man, that's just my thoughts on it, man. I feel like, you know, I feel like more and more people are going to start leaving their jobs, bro. Good job or not. Just looking for better opportunities. A lot of people are just leaving their jobs to just take a break, bro. Real talk. A lot of people, they finna take that unemployment, and when the unemployment runs out, then they'll go find them another little job. But it's a lot of people just taking a break. I just, you know what I'm saying, collect unemployment for a while. Real talk. Because it's like, man, this shit is driving a lot of people crazy, bro. Stressing a lot of people out. All right, bro. Here I come, bro. I gotta go, man.
Jesus, feed the cat, dude. Take a moment. Poor thing. Okay, cold resist 65. Cold resist 77. What is this? Wow. That's over double. Yeah, we're making that. Let's get that. I just noticed that this blueprint I got has double the cold resistance, but it has very little heat resistance. But it's better than the fur that I have. This thing right here, it's better. It's like the best fur helmet I have is 77. This is 198. So this is much better than the fucking shit I had over there. Let me go ahead and get some hide and try to make a couple. Anyway, it's just too bad, you know. I don't know. I used to think that we were going to get together as a people and do something, but the truth is nobody's my fucking people. Nobody gives a shit about me. I learned that much the hard way. Okay, it just isn't it isn't the case. It's not what it was. It is not the case at all. So, in my opinion, and it's just an opinion, it's a waste of time to even dream about that. You know. So we're at 1 hour and 16 minutes. I'm a little tired. I'm going to relax. It's nice that the gentleman's... I mean, he's got so much potential, just like the other guy did. So much potential. Even this guy here, who's always like on the downside, even he has potential. But the thing is, the powers that be, the spirits in the world, make fucking sure that your potential is squashed through abuse, neglect, poverty, you know, emotional controls, psychological operations, you could say, and they fucking ruin you. You would have to overcome those spirits in addition to the world and everything in the world physically, as well as all the intellectual shit. You have to overcome the mental, the physical, and the spiritual influences, because that's what you are. You're a mind, you're a body, you're a spirit. Right? A soul. Well, you would have to overcome each dimension, and then you can go ahead and speak something into existence that would be contrary. I use my power regardless of how developed I am. And I totally have faith in everything I say when it comes to coming to pass. And I don't put any doubts in there or anything like that. And all I do is make damn sure that I stay as free as possible internally. Okay. Inside is my dominion. Outside is mostly their dominion. And it's all fraud and all lies. But the problem is you got a lot of people willing to believe their fraud and their lies. And when the curtain comes down, you're going to see how evil can be. You're going to see how cruel they are. I met the machine that gives them their orders. It doesn't care. It just doesn't have the capacity to be a soul or be a being. And it's not its fault. It's just that's the way it is. So, anyway, thanks for watching. You can go back to the game because I like to log off under the game name. And I hope that some of these people, they really get you thinking and they really get you motivated to do everything you can do. I have faith in you guys. In masses, the masses have a reputation of fucking everything up and making everything worse, which is why they have controls in the first place. But because of those controls, people are not free to do anything they want. So you can't have one without the other. You know what I mean? They're dependent. So there's no real solution, but you can find a solution for yourself. If you can find a solution for yourself, then you can try to pass it on to others, and that's what a lot of life coaches do, and a lot of other people that have overcome drinking, for example. they mastered overcoming drinking and they let that shit go, and so they help other people through that process. You know, unless you can master your own personal shit and all that entails, you have no business offering advice. You know, the only thing I do is I give you what I think is logical, things that I've done before. So I reflect on my experience, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative, but it's all for your benefit. It's not really for mine. I'm not getting any money out of this. Okay, so it should be good. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good day, good night, good weekend.